So let me get this straight. We're going to get a TMNT reboot on the small screen with the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. And we're getting another reboot on the big screen? That's crazy. Speaking of the new cartoon, what do y'all think of that intro though? Welcome back to Radio Shack. Now I know what you're going to say. I know. It's been a while and I'm a little late with this. I don't care. I'm here now. But how y'all doing, by the way? I kind of missed y'all. If you haven't heard, last week it was announced that there was going to be a brand new installment to the TMNT franchise, and it was announced that it wasn't actually going to be a sequel to the previous TMNT films. It's actually going to be a reboot. Now this will make probably the third reboot in the last 10 years, I believe. But this will also be the fourth installment to the TMNT franchise, as we had the movies in the 90s, which everybody holds to the standard TMNT films, besides the third one. But we also had the 3D animated movie TMNT in 2007, which I actually really liked. I mean, did anybody else like that? But we also had the recent films that were produced by Michael Bay and his production company Platinum Dunes, which I didn't mind the first one. But, you know, the second one didn't do so well at the box office and tried to do way too much. But it looks like Michael Bay and Platinum Dunes are coming back to produce this reboot, which I know kind of raises a bunch of red flags, you know, because when you hear reboot, you want something fresh, something new. You want some new minds, you know, some fresh blood into that movie. But one thing they are changing is they're bringing in Andrew Dodge, who is a screenwriter. And what he is known for is writing Space Jam 2 and the Jason Bateman comedy Bad Words, which when you think about Bad Words, you're wondering like where exactly are they going to go with this new installment. Now there are some things I think about when it comes to this new reboot, like what direction are you actually going to go, and are you going to look at the last film, you know, Out of the Shadows, and see where you went wrong. And one of the things I always think about in that last movie is like they're trying to throw in everything from the TMNT franchise, every character that everyone knows, into the movie, and, you know, and it started to become fan service and not focusing on a real story for it. And hopefully they can course correct and focus on one thing, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themselves. Because one of the things I did like about the recent movies is the chemistry and the bond between the brothers. That was what was great, and I hope they continue that with this reboot. You gotta focus on the Turtles. And that was another problem with the recent films. It didn't focus that much on the Turtles, it focused more on the human characters. That also raises another question, like where are you going to go with this movie? Are you going to return to the 3D animation, which I think in a perfect world that's where the Ninja Turtles can actually work really well? Or are you going to go back to live action? Because if you do go live action, there's another question that needs to be answered. Are you going to keep, you know, the motion capture CG Turtles? Or are you going to go back to practical? Now I think there's a way you can actually blend that and do what Star Wars does and actually blend the CG with practical effects, because it makes them look more realistic and like it actually belongs, you know, in this world. Because I know there are some people out there that really didn't like the designs of the recent films, you know, me being one of them. But I actually have an idea where you can actually go with this new reboot. Paramount, if you're listening, I got you. Trust me, this might help you out. But like I said, you gotta decide if you're gonna go, you know, animated or live action. What are you gonna do with the Turtles? CG, motion capture, or, you know, actual practical effects. But in this, like I said, I think you need to focus on the Turtles. Focus on the chemistry and the character development with the Turtles. Let's go on a journey with them. And not only that, I know there's a lot of people that's not going to like this, but I think we need to take a break from the Shredder. We do. Trust me. And I'm actually glad that's what the new cartoon is doing, is taking a break from the Shredder. Because if you think about it, in every movie we've had the Shredder, you know, except for TMNT 3, we're not going to talk about that. TMNT in the 2007 movie, we had Karai and we had the Foot, but we didn't have the Shredder, which I actually appreciated that. And then we had the Shredder in the past two movies. I think we need to take a break from the Shredder and bring it back to the ground level villains. In my opinion, I think we need to build up to the Shredder and build up to the Krang, because those are the two most famous villains of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I think we need to start with ground level, bring the grit back to TMNT, and bring in the Purple Dragons. It's a villain, it's a fresh new villain that we haven't seen on the big screen. We've seen him on the small screen, we've seen him in the comics. I think that's where you can go. It's a nice, you know, icebreaker villain for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think in the movie it should be focused on the Turtles discovering the topside world, you know, that Splinter never lets them go up to because he wants them to be careful and all that stuff. Let them meet April, let them build that friendship. Can they actually trust her knowing that they exist, or is she going to report on it? That's another question. Is she going to be an actual reporter? I don't know. But that's what I like to see. And having the Purple Dragons, letting them be this gang war, it's like easy villains for the Turtles, but it's also not. You know, and this could be something that actually that Casey Jones is born in, and we can have him in the sequel, you know, and keep developing the story out, and then build out to the Krang and the Shredder and all that stuff. That's just my opinion. But what do you think about a brand new installment from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? How do you feel about a reboot? Did you like the previous versions of the Turtles? Comment below, let's get a conversation going. If you enjoyed my thoughts, make sure you like, subscribe. I know YouTube's been crazy lately, so if you haven't been getting my videos, make sure you hit that notification bell. But I will try, trust me, I will try to upload more. But as always, my last video has been linked down below, and until my next video, I will see you later.